Welcome to the On Your Left podcast, brought to you by Trails of Mississippi, your ultimate guide to the thrilling world of trail running, hiking, and mountain biking. Join your host, Matt Clem, as we explore breathtaking trails, conquer challenging peaks, and dive into the adventures that await in the great outdoors. Get ready to lace up, gear up, and get inspired. Adventure is just around the corner. On your left.
All right, we're here, episode 34. This is going to be a fun episode. I've got Bethany Madson and Jackson Wolf in the house. They just were flying down the highway, barreling from Baton Rouge.
Something like that.
Is it back to school? Was it?
Oh,
When does LSU start? They haven't started.
They haven't started yet. Yeah.
But all the high schools and everything else have. So
Yeah,
you're just trying to
everything
get the hell out of there.
Yes, absolutely.
And Baton Rouge traffic's awful to begin with.
It doesn't matter what time of day it's
Oh
bad.
my God.
It is. That's true.
Well, I'm glad y'all came. Jackson came in just about over a year ago, right before Cocodona of last year. I remoted him in, and then Bethany came in right before Finder and Urban Ultra. So you guys have had a lot of fun recently.
Yeah.
Definitely want to talk about that. I think I'm more interested in that than probably anybody. Just the whole Summit 200 and just what you guys went through. Also, Jackson, you're here to talk about the Rougarou stuff, which we're definitely going to jump into all of that. There's no particular rhyme or reason to this episode. We can go in any order y'all want to. We can talk about whatever y'all want. You've had Walker Higgins was on the show last week, and your name came up.
Yes.
I guess you heard that.
I did. You guys were very kind with what you said.
Well, he
about
was
me.
he was like, you had the best year that just coming out
I
type.
have literally had a good run this year.
Yeah, it's been pretty good. Literally run. You're on a run.
I'm on a run.
You are.
Right. That's right. I'm not done yet. The year's not over.
Well,
I got more to come.
I
so.
think everybody, because you're so nice and everything, and just the whole coming out of nowhere. Well, you didn't really come out of nowhere.
No.
You've been running, but just how you kind of have taken off with all these course records and winning all these events. Everybody's definitely interested in what your trajectory is, how good could she really get? And then everybody wants to know what events you've got coming up, which we'll definitely ask all these questions. You too, Jackson, because Jackson's me personally, I'm so jealous that I live vicariously through Jackson with him doing all these races. I'm like, man, that's awesome. I think it's just great. And then you guys, running all these races and then doing the Summit 200. Now, let me set the table for the listeners. You guys just ran the Summit 200, which is a 200-mile foot race. It starts in Frisco, Colorado. And basically, it's a 200-mile race. The average altitude is over 9,000 feet. The elevation gain, I believe, is 36 or 37,000 feet.
Forrest tagged me at 48.
48,000?
Elevation game is what they tagged me at. You summit over 12,500 feet 5 times.
Well, oh my!
Five
Daniel's over there. Well, also too, which okay, they give you 110 hours, which obviously you guys didn't need. What did you finish it in?
77 hours and 4 minutes.
That's wild. And you won. You were the overall woman winner. Okay.
I was.
And you placed, both y'all placed in top 10, right? Weren't y'all right there at top 10?
I think I was 8th overall. Yeah, she might have been 5th
No,
overall.
I was 7th overall.
Then I was.
Yeah, you were 10th or
9th.
11th or something.
Okay.
9th or 10th.
Well, also too, something I think people need to realize is that y'all both ran this unassisted, other than each other. Now, unassisted mean no crew. There's obviously aid station. Did y'all have crew?
We had a friend of Jackson's, George, who met us at 2 spots with the
he
truck.
was at 2 spots.
At 2, the very last aid station, and then one in the middle.
But no pacers.
No, not at all. And we didn't have him until
Duck
mile.
Creek?
What was the first time? 130 or
110.
something.
Oh my!
Yeah,
We
there was
just
no
took-
need for him to show up in the first day. I've scouted the course. I marked the course. I've swept flags off the course. I ran it last year. I DNF'd around mile 90.
Did you really? I didn't know you ran it last year.
Right. Yeah, I went. They have a 20-mile loop.
Yeah.
From one of the aid stations. It's generally one giant loop, and then they have a small 18, 20-mile loop around mile 60 to 100.
Mhm.
And I went the wrong direction on that loop, and then had to correct it and go the right direction. And after that, I was kind of done.
Now, also too, being that it's at above 8,000 feet, generally for us flatlanders,
Mhm.
altitude sickness usually can kind of set in anytime you're above, and correct me, Jackson, if I'm wrong, because you're more familiar with this, but usually when you start playing above 7,000 feet is when altitude sickness really is more prevalent. And to kind of combat that, a lot of people will show up or just live out there, or like you and I, maybe
Right.
show up several days ahead of time to kind of get through that rough patch of day 3 and 4 and acclimate. You didn't. You just showed up.
I showed up on Saturday night and I ran it Monday morning.
And you had really no issues that you know of.
No.
I mean, it was the thin air.
I had never had issues. Well, I had gotten sick like the week before, so I was already kind of having a little bit of trouble breathing. That made me a touch nervous before we even got up there. But it didn't seem to impact me. That was like a huge fear of mine, was that I was going to get up on top of the mountain and get the altitude sickness was just going to hit me. And I was going to like wander off the course because I was dizzy and discombobulated. And so that was like a huge kind of fear of mine. But I will say day 2 made me feel far more confident in the race than I felt day 1. Day 1 was kind of a dumpster fire for me, but like,
Really?
yeah, a little bit.
Do you think you went out too fast, or were you just
No, I think I was so nervous going into the race. I kind of wanted to pull out of the race. I've never been so scared to run a race. I just physically and mentally not quite 100% there. I was kind of questioning everything. Like, could I really do this? Had I trained properly? Like, how am I going to do this with elevation? What about climbing? I live at 58 feet above sea level,
That's
and I
wild.
was suddenly not there anymore. I will say that Jackson and I had done R3 at the end of May, and I didn't have issues there. Like, I was able to climb, and the elevation, that's not nearly as high, but like, I guess that kind of made me feel somewhat confident that I could do it, or I could at least maybe not die. And so that did help. But as far as I know, the only thing that happened was after the race, when I'd blow my nose, I had a little bit of blood, but that was the extent of it. I didn't have headaches during the race.
Was it dusty out there?
No, not at all.
Not really. It wasn't like Arizona.
It was a wet
No,
year too.
there's enough humidity.
Yeah.
Coming from here, you'll never say Colorado's humid. But
Yeah.
me coming from Arizona to Colorado, I feel moisture.
Yeah.
It's very comfortable humid. It's maybe 30%, 40%. It's nice. But it keeps dust down. We had rain twice a day.
I saw
The
that,
trails
yeah.
were moist. They were always wet.
So, what were the trails like? Was it pretty runnable, a lot of it, or wasn't? I mean, obviously it's got a lot of climb and obviously the altitude, but what was the footing? Was it?
Right, day 1, I'd say the first 50 miles you get bike path with a mixture of single track trails that are very nice. The middle 100 miles are very technical, straight up, straight down. It's when you're doing most of your steep summits. The downhills, I hate downhills. I
Yeah.
love climbing, but you can't climb without the downhill. And it's rocky downhill. So it's kind of slow going. You don't get, of course, you're climbing steep, you're climbing at altitude. You don't get that back on the down. You can't bomb downhills here.
Yeah.
So, but in a 200-mile race, even the winners, even the front runners are doing a lot of walking.
How did you feel
So-
about all the power hiking?
I didn't mind power hiking. I'm with Jackson. I would rather climb than go down
Yeah.
the hill. Like, that was a little bit hard for me. And our second day, we were both dragging ass a little bit on the downhills,
Yeah.
just because, I mean, it felt like we had shin splints and like tears in our quads. And so that we kind of recovered from later on. But like, it was a lot. Like, what goes up must come down.
Yeah.
And so that was definitely
A friend
lot
of the
steep.
show, Jet Swayze. I don't know if you know him, Mary Robinson's husband. I think they live in Colorado Springs. He ran it last year. He was DFL last year. And he ended up getting HAPE, high altitude pulmonary edema. And this guy's pretty good shape. I
Right.
mean, he's a triathlete, lives at altitude, not that kind of altitude, but I think he lives pretty high. But his take on the 200 was it was just too much walking. Like, he would rather the 100 was more his jam because just more running and whatnot.
It was not as much running as I was expecting.
Yeah.
But they did a great job describing the course, and they told you that it wasn't a runnable section. But I guess until you're actually in it, you realize just how unrunnable it is. There was a lot of it, but it was absolutely breathtaking. Like,
Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, it was
Isn't
very
it wild?
It was very cool.
Yeah.
And even when you're like, this effing sucks, you
I
kind of
know.
like look to your left and your right, and you're like,
It's just
All right.
it's unreal.
all right, quit complaining.
I know.
So that was awesome.
Brooke and I have absolutely fallen in love with that area.
It was,
I went out and did Leadville 5 years ago, and the area just love it. And I don't think I'll ever do that race just because it just sounds too, oof.
it
Yeah.
was kind of brutal. I
mean,
didn't. It really was, and I will say day one, and like I said, I had a bad day one, which was my own doing. But I was like, I would never run this race again. I wouldn't even pace somebody. And then day two, I'm like, all right, well maybe
Start feeling a little better.
I'd pace somebody. Like, oh, maybe I want to volunteer. And day three, I'm like, yeah, I would definitely volunteer. I want to like mark the course. I want to do this. And then by the weekend, we're like, so when is that 2027?
Oh wow! Y'all,
Now that we were gonna run it, but
now,
like,
Jack, how long did y'all stay together? See, that's another question because generally people were always like, we'll go run this 100 together. I don't know many people that have actually run an entire 100 together, let alone attempt to do a 200 together. It's a long time to be with one person. Y'all were together for most of the race, weren't y'all?
Almost the entire race. We ran together the first 8 or 10 miles. She hurt her knee and then got a few minutes ahead of me. I stopped to use the restroom, and she was maybe about 5 minutes ahead of me through mile 30, 35. I caught up about 5 or 6 miles outside of, I think, the mile 38 aid station. And then, so I would say from mile 35, 32, up until 185, we were together the entire way.
And now 185 is last aid station.
Yeah, it was the last
What
station.
happened to you there?
I came in before him.
Huh?
I came in before he did.
I thought y'all came in right at the same time there.
It was 10 or
That's
15
what it
minutes,
said,
probably
I think, on the
15
tracker.
minutes.
Probably on the tracker. But yeah, it was about 10, 15 minutes. Like I was actually about to leave as he was coming in. But I was really quick on that last aid station. I had it in my mind. I knew what was left. I was like, I'm taking my food to go. Don't plan. That was my
Just get
quickest.
that shit over with.
That's right. That was probably the second, minus the first aid station. That was my quickest aid station stop. Was the last one.
Okay.
So I was in and out.
So your race went pretty. Now you did send me a pic of your knee. I don't know, Daniel. You could start throwing pics up there, but I don't know if we had a pic of your knee. Was that a mile, whatever that early?
We don't have a pic of the knee.
That was early. Probably around
it's just
mile
incredible.
9 or 10.
If you have one of her standing on a trail, it might show her knee. I don't know if I submitted that one.
I only have 6, and they're all landscape.
Okay.
Oh, are they?
There's better pictures than
my
what
bad.
my knee looks like.
My bad. I just sent them a bunch of pictures.
Look at that. That's
it's unreal, man.
That's like what?
Yeah, like, what are you
I was
gonna
looking at these. I was
complain
like,
about?
these are not from somebody's. These are from a professional photographer that goes and does this professionally.
Wasn't they?
This was the runner of the course. I'll give him credit.
It
I hope I
wasn't
get it
y'all.
right.
It wasn't on
he
the
was
iPhone.
running the course.
Was
These
it?
photos were during the race. I don't know if he had a better camera. Or he's just really good with iPhone or phone filtering. Jason Moore, I believe, is his name, but he was a race entrant.
Okay.
And I got, I asked him. I said, I'll give him credit, and can I show the photos?
Shout out to him, man.
Oh, there's.
But generally, like you can't see the vertical.
Is that you guys?
Yeah, that's us. Yeah.
Who's in the orange? I
That's
guess
me.
that's you. Okay.
Okay, so we talked about that. Jackson is wearing a trash bag.
It's just a standard $1 poncho.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
And it keeps you warm too. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, hers is the like the space blanket poncho.
Yeah, that's $2 on Amazon.
You could have saved the $1 and just got the trash bag.
No, I loved that poncho.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, because I never had to add layers.
Uh-huh.
I could just throw it on, and when it started to rain, the temperature would always kind of drop a little bit. And
Yeah.
So I never had to do anything but throw the poncho on.
So let's talk a little bit about, okay, so obviously you're out there for 3 days. So what was the sleep situation? What did we do there? Did we?
Yeah. Oh no, we definitely did.
Okay.
But so in my head, I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna sleep. Like I don't know if I can sleep in the dirt like this. Oh no, that first dirt nap.
Yeah.
Like I was like, yes.
Isn't that wild?
I was like,
It's like, I'm going to lay down right here.
Jackson's like, yeah, you fell asleep within 5 seconds. I was like, "Yo."
How long did you sleep for, though, on your first dirt nap?
The first dirt nap was 15 minutes.
There it
I set the
went.
timer.
Now,
15
how
minutes.
far into that, what, second day?
That was the second day. The first day we finished Tiger Road Loop, and we took a full 2-hour nap in the sleep, like in the cots.
Oh, okay.
It's like 3 a.m., mile 90.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was
she
our
said
first.
30 minutes, but we were there 2 hours. I slept maybe an hour and something.
Were the sleep stations any good?
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
that's
I
great.
know a lot of times they move around in them and stuff. So, but y'all didn't have a crew that you can go jump in the back of a truck.
We
or
did
anything?
not, but
No, we
I think most people that did have a crew, that is where they slept. So we had no issues with getting a cot.
Mhm.
I mean, that was early in the race, what, mile 60-ish or so, because it was after Tiger Road Loop.
It was after,
80?
so it'd be around 80.
80, closer to 80. That was just like a rough day, and I was like, that was the time when I was like, I looked at him and said, you can keep going, but I'm either going to DNF or I'm going to sleep. I was like, there's no other choice right now. I just needed to reset.
Yeah.
And so we didn't set an alarm, and we both just slept, and we got up and there was sunshine and it was a new day, and we were able, and I'm glad we did, because that next stretch is Montezuma, and it's like, it's kind of like, it's mentally treacherous because you just keep going up.
There's a lot of false summits.
Yes.
And they're straight up the hill. One of those photos, it doesn't show how steep, but
you're like, I'm almost there, but you're
hands and
not.
knees.
You're never actually there, but you do keep thinking, okay, it's not that bad. And then you get there and you're like, oh, and then we're still going up, and then we're still going up. And it was absolutely beautiful, but that was a rough, like, there's no way I could have just kept going after we did Tiger Road Loop and going into something like that, especially in the dark. I think it just would have been terrible. So for me to reset made a huge difference for me. That second day was such a better day. And I'm glad we saw all of that in the daylight.
Was there a required amount of fluid that you had to carry or anything? Or
They have it's probably 3 liters total, 2 liters total.
Okay.
We had a pretty cool day. They didn't. You just have to have the capacity. They don't check to make sure you're full. But
no.
what they require is what you need on, especially the first day. I think everyone that let out the first day, the first 3 or 4, like, died. They either DNF'd or they fell way back. So the guy that won the race was behind us originally. I went really slow and conservative, and I'm not very fit right now.
Yeah.
Because I'm in my mountain mode.
Yeah.
And he was still behind me. And so the first day, since it's flat, it's easy. It tends to be hot. It wasn't terribly hot our first day.
Yeah, the guy who won it,
Ryan.
he's a pretty big dude.
He had his shirt thick and quick.
He's a big dude. I followed him on TikTok, I think.
Probably.
Yeah, he was doing the whole
He was
thing.
awesome, and he even said, like, he came in just like he could, like, bomb the downhills. He's like, I'm a downhill runner. I've been training all summer on the course, and he was awesome. Like, but he was right. Like, he could go down the downhills like we could go up.
Yeah, we leapfrogged him with him a little bit.
Uh-huh.
We would pass him on flat or uphill.
Yeah.
But eventually he got ahead.
I think the second aid station, he got out of there before we did, and we never caught back up to him. He led after that. I mean, he was a tremendous runner. Did a great job out there.
Well,
every year, I don't know about the first year, it was small, but last year and this year, the person that won the race was generally 5th outside of the top 5 in the first 80 miles or so. So it's important to really be conservative on the easiest portion.
Sure. Wow. All right. Well, I think it's awesome.
Yeah, it was
Y'all
pretty
did
awesome.
it. You know, I mean, this is like, you've done multiple, Jackson, now.
With 200s, I think it was my 4th.
Yeah.
200 plus.
What do you like more, the multi-day or the 100?
I like a little bit of each. I think being able to just slow down and take your time. I don't particularly like a hard fast 100 where you're having to, like Walker mentioned, like he never walked a step, and it's, some of the 100 milers. I don't like that. I'd like to take 2 or 3 minutes or 5 minutes or 15 minutes break if I need to. I want to walk if I want to. And in a 200-mile race, you can walk an entire race as long as you're efficient with stations and sleep.
30-minute miles.
And still set a course record. Like,
yeah.
You know.
How about you?
So I kind of knew going into it that it would never replace my love for 100-miler.
You're so damn fast.
Oh, that's, maybe subjective there, but, like, I love the distance of a 100-miler. I also like the fact that, like, I can start in the morning and, like, you're going to be there for a day. Like, you kind of, there's, like, a lot you can, like, I kind of know what to expect. I guess expectations are easily managed in 100 for me, whereas, like, this one, I really had no idea what to expect or how I was going to react. I did like the multi-day. I was shocked that, like, you truly are always moving. You're never bored. Like, time goes by so fast. Like, I didn't feel like it was
Those
3
miles
days.
don't go by fast, though.
Gosh, no. Especially the lodgepole miles. They don't
or
go by
especially
fast.
the last mile or two before an
Bro.
aid station.
Yeah.
You think
Like
I
you're-
have 1 mile before the station and it takes 2 hours.
Or they say then it's 12 miles the next day. You say, well, that's a day. That's a half a day. You're like, oh my God, I'm out here forever.
Yeah, I think we did like a 50K the second day. And I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Exactly. That's the rub on those things.
It
It's
was.
like,
Yeah.
it's just time just
I
slows
think
down.
at Cocodona, I had an entire day somewhere in the Sedona Valley.
Yeah.
I think I only got 35 miles in like 12
Yeah,
hours, like an
yeah.
entire day.
Oh yeah. But it's pretty cool though.
It was
the
very
multi-day
cool.
thing and
Yeah.
just okay. So I guess the next question that I have is sleep. You got some sleep. Did you start seeing anything weird, or did we?
No, I did have a tendency to like be like, I need to sleep right now.
Mhm.
And so I think I probably slept and I maybe had 5 dirt naps total. The one was like 15 minutes, and then another time I was like getting dizzy and I was like, I don't know what else to do but just to lay down for a few minutes. And he was changing into cold weather gear, so it was actually like timed perfectly. So that one was fine. And then one time I almost ran into the ditch because I was sleep running, and I was like, I probably should just sleep right here.
Oh wow.
So I did that, and then one final nap, maybe about 18-ish or 20 miles before the like finish. It was when my headlamp was charging. I was like, I'll just lay down while it's charging. And then I realized I could run with it while it was charging because I'd lost my light, or
Yeah.
I didn't have any more batteries. That was my last nap, and that got me through to the end. But like I could pull my hat over my eyes and I could be out in a matter of seconds.
Wow.
I could wake up and run. Like it was not at all what I expected. I'm grateful that does happen.
It
for
is
me.
weird. Like you could just
Yeah.
lay down and close your eyes for like
Yeah.
5
to
minutes,
10.
and you wake up. You're like, oh, I'm good to go.
I'm like, let's go. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jackson didn't sleep as much as I did.
I didn't, after our first nap, the first night,
Uh-huh.
I don't know, I went 48 more hours.
Did you
with
really?
Not even a single minute of sleep.
I think he's callous to it.
When she
Probably.
was-
You and I are like, oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah.
When she was doing her dirt naps, I'd just kind of sit there and just watch and just make sure kept track of time or whatever. But that's where the 4-hour difference in our finish time was. We were at the last aid station
Yeah.
together. She left a few minutes before me, but all that sleep caught up to me at the very 5 miles from the finish, and I just crashed out. I could not make progress. I couldn't walk. I couldn't stay upright.
That's
And
why I
was
asked
so
what happened,
close.
because you did kind of like y'all were pretty close, and then she gapped a little bit at the end.
I was still running really well that last 14. Probably, I think before you summit, I think you start really getting
Mhm.
to the summit around 8-ish miles. I was still running most of that.
So did
even
we
up there.
drop bag? You had a guy that
It was a drop bag at every station.
And they carried him forward, which was awesome.
Oh,
So yeah. So
so how
there's
many
like
pairs of shoes y'all go through?
3.
I
Okay.
used 3.
I would have gone through 4.
Did you
had I had
re-rotate and go back into the original, or you just use 3 for? Okay.
3.
No, there's 3 different functions.
Okay.
So we started out in road shoes. We both used Mountain Coast R1s.
Yeah.
And then the middle section, which was a lot more technical, I used the T1,
Yeah.
which is an agile. It's got a great tread. It's their mountain trail shoe.
Yeah.
And then we both went to H1 towards the end, which the trails end up being a little bit easier. There's some dirt road sections that are very runnable, so you don't need the aggressive tread anymore.
And both of y'all are Mount Coast athletes now, right?
Yeah, she's not official, but
No, I'm
she
not.
she
I just
wears
wear
she
some shoes.
represents.
I wear their shoes. I love the S ones. That's my favorite. But for this race, I did the R ones and the H ones. They hadn't come out with like the M ones yet, so otherwise that would have been a great shoe to wear. Jackson actually has them
Yeah, I
on.
have the new M1s. These just
They look cool.
released on the 10th,
Is that a 6mm drop
a
as
few
well?
days ago. I don't know the drops, but if you're familiar with the T1s, it has
Yeah.
the same tread and lug depth as the T1.
Mhm.
You get more of the double cushion. If you like the H1s, if you like the plushness and the comfort of the H1s,
Mhm.
it's not like they just took an H1 upper and threw it on a T1 bottom. It's a completely new shoe. But this would be a perfect 100-mile shoe, 200-mile shoe. I love the T1s, and I don't know how many hours I wore them. I probably wore them 40 hours at
Mhm.
Summit. But I do get a little bit of foot fatigue just because they're a little bit stiffer. They're made for grip and just being agile. But this is kind of the best of both worlds. You got the great grip, a lot of plush.
Did we have any foot issues?
My foot felt like it had to, like the skin had to be coming off towards the end, like the rocks. Like, like I felt like I'm like, I have no skin on the bottom of my feet.
Uh-huh.
There's like no way I don't. But I ended up with one blister on the back left heel, which shockingly wasn't even the part of my foot that was hurting. But I think it was just the constant rocks. It was like almost like a bruising. And as soon as I stopped running on rocks, I really didn't hurt anymore. Like that was the only.
Don't you
blister I had.
tape like a mummy, Jackson? You tape everything, don't you? Yeah. Remember you told me about that.
Yeah, and I tape 3 toes on each foot.
Okay.
And I never have shoe related blisters since I went to Mount to Coast. It's just the fit for me is perfect.
Yeah.
But I have the pad on some of my pinky toes just from running ultras all the time. It just develops a sensitivity. So it doesn't matter like what I'm doing. It ends up those toes get a little bit more fluid. And I can feel that, but at no point in this race did I ever get anything debilitating.
Yeah.
I mean, very small fluid buildup, but
Well, you
and then-
retaped in the
and
middle
on the
too.
hills,
Yeah.
when you're doing the mountain on all the rocks and just rugged stuff, your foot's moving around in the shoes so much more, and you're getting a lot more abrasiveness. So, like on the heels, sometimes I just have to do a little bit extra and take care of it.
Well, great job, y'all. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, it was fun.
I mean, it was really fun to watch, follow. I mean, I was totally digging it. I mean, these things have gotten so cool. These multi-day events, especially the bigger ones that have the live streaming and all of that, and just the tracking is just makes it so much fun to root for people. So there was a big group of people from here watching both of y'all. So very cool. Well,
That's really cool.
so what's next? You've got some promoting coming up. I know that we're going to talk about
Right,
that.
I'm focusing on race directing. My races, I think we're both doing Rougarou in Louisiana in December. She's got a lot in the fall. I'm out for ultras for a moment. I'm gonna just do fast stuff. I'd like to get fast again.
Oh, okay.
Just to do some of the local small 50K, the trail races around Mississippi
I got you.
for fun.
Yeah, this is my 20th anniversary of my first marathon coming up in December.
Can I ask you about
So
how your marathon training
it's fun.
is going?
I enjoy it.
Like
I enjoy it. I had 4 miles a day with 6 pickups, and
There you go.
it was fun. Just trying to get faster, because I think just the last several years of running trails and ultras, it's like I've just slowed down, and then life happens. I'm just not. So it's been fun, kind of running faster for sure.
Have you signed up for a marathon yet?
Yeah, I signed up for St. Jude.
Okay.
That's-
really?
that-
In December?
That's right. So
Okay.
do that,
Oh,
and
that's gonna be fun.
but all right. So you Rougarou, you guys are doing that in December.
Yes.
What everybody wants to know what your plan is. Like, we've got to figure out what your career is going to look like over the next year. Like, have we got, because you did have a really good year. Did that, what happened because of that? Do we have sponsors or what?
I just run for the fun, I guess.
Really?
Smile for miles. I don't know. I mean, I just enjoy running and I like being out there. And it has made me a member of the Mississippi Ultra Trail Society.
Well, they appreciate that $50 a year or whatever you have to pay for that.
But I appreciate like that community and those people.
no,
like you said,
no, I
people
get it.
were tracking us.
I
But
get
like,
it, but
that's like kind
You're
of
still
awesome.
coaching her though, right? All right. So all right. So coming up in the in the spring or fall,
I have a 50K in September. The Standing Boy 50K running festival put on by Revolution Running. I ran bootlegger with them.
Yes.
And so if I finish the 50K, I get put into their lottery for a Western States entry.
Okay.
So if that goes well, then I'll know what I'm doing next spring for certain.
Yes.
But if not, it's not a big deal. I still want to go run with them. They're a great group. And then I have Virginia 100, the trail running festival. That's early October, I think October 10th.
Is Tiffany running that?
She's doing a different trail, but the same weekend. But
Okay.
it is a Virginia 100-miler that weekend.
That's right.
She runs hers on Friday.
She's trying to keep it secret, but we just busted her out. I don't think she's keeping it secret, but she sure don't talk about it like the rest of us do.
Okay.
So you're doing the Virginia 100, and that's in October.
That's in October, and that's, I think, mostly paid.
That's like a month from now. Almost.
No.
All right. So you're doing that.
We're doing that, and then that's mostly like a paved road, so it should be pretty fast. A paved 100 miles, so it should be a fast one. We'll see though, what it is really for me. And then I'm doing Pinhoti in November. Josh Warren is
That's
doing
right.
that too.
I'll be there. I forgot
You do
about that.
that?
Yeah, I guess I'll be there. Yeah.
You'll be there. I'm so excited. I've been wanting to run that course for years, and so I'm.
Have you been out there for that?
What,
Pinhoti?
I finished it.
Did you? Okay. Yeah. You'll like it.
I'm excited. I'm very happy about
It's
that
a long
course.
single track. Feels like you're just running on the same trail forever, which you
I just
essentially
did
are.
that like, with Summit 200. I
but
felt like
if
I was going forever.
Yeah, I get it. So Pinhoti.
And then Rougarou in early December.
Okay.
And then there's one more race that the Revolution Running Group does in December where it's like 8 days of Christmas. It's just like a fun little, I think it's like maybe a 50K, and I might do that in late December, but we'll see. But that's what I have on the books right now through the end of the year. So I've got 3 more 100-milers in it.
When are we going back out west?
Well, I don't know there'll be another mountain race, but we've kind of talked about that as trying to do a mountain 100. I need to find which one I want to do. I'm still eyeballing Black Canyon 100K.
Okay.
That's in February. So
I think we're going to do a Salton Sea. It's a team race, 81 miles. It's part of the Badwater series.
Yeah.
But you run together the entire 81 miles.
You're such a fan of Badwater. I know you followed that pretty closely.
Yeah, I've done that 4-race series.
Yeah.
I did the Ultra Cup one year, and then I've done Badwater twice.
I bet you'd probably do well at Badwater.
I would love to do Badwater. That is definitely a goal.
Just because
of
you're
mine.
so small and the heat.
You don't think the heat's going to impact me?
I'd fucking die out there. My fat ass. But yeah, I think you do well.
I would love to run Badwater. It is definitely.
Oh, what? Hold the mic down. Yeah, my
sorry.
bad.
Yeah, that's definitely a long-term goal of mine would be to do Badwater.
I will say, I've been okay. So we talked about Cocodona, and I thought about volunteering for Cocodona next year just to get an extra ticket for the next year. But I saw Mingus Traverse, I think, opened up more spots. Have you looked at any of that?
Is that the 70-something
80.
mile?
80 miles, starts on Tuesday.
Right.
So it starts at the gazebo right there at the lake in Prescott. And then you go up and down Mingus, and then you finish Sedona. Be fun.
Would be fun.
Just saying.
Just
if you guys want to go, I got the hall pass to go. Brooke, I think we're going.
Oh, I love this.
Well, I mentioned it to my coach, because we're speed training now, and I'm gonna buy my way into Leadville.
Okay.
Through the camp. And I was like, well, I want to volunteer, but I did see the Mingus Traverse. I don't know if that would affect the plans for Leadville. And she's like, no, I think it'd be great. Go ahead. So I think we might go. But I don't know, Jackson. That's maybe a race y'all should consider. It'd be fun.
It would be
fun. A
fun.
bunch of people would go. Yeah, it's a shitty part of that course, but
but we should go do it, right?
It is like Jackson would say, it's probably one of the worst parts of the course.
Well, you're really selling me on this.
Well, it's beautiful though. It's beautiful.
Yeah, but
it's true.
Yeah.
Right?
All right. Well, very cool. So y'all are in town for the Mutts group run tomorrow out at the Yacht.
That's right.
Very cool.
I was so excited when I saw Helen's post, and I was like, I can make it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Very cool. Should be a good turnout. All right. So we got some races coming up. You've got the Live Oak Ultra, right?
Yes, it'll be the third year.
Third year.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit about that.
It's a 50K road ultra, and so it starts at a brewery in downtown Biloxi, and starts out running the beach along the Biloxi Beach on the boardwalk, crosses over the Biloxi Ocean Springs Bridge, does some beach bike path in Ocean Springs, a little bit of the beautiful downtown area, and then out to the state park to hit one of the aid stations, and then meanders back through Ocean Springs, and then back through back to Biloxi, and it's not necessarily any out and backs. It's a loop of sorts through town. And last year I added a half marathon as an experiment, so I'll have some spots open for a 13-mile distance as well. And last year was pretty much almost sold out. I kind of intentionally keep it small. I don't want to get too many people out there. There's not any road traffic. You do run on the roads in Ocean Springs, but it's neighborhood roads. Everything's really low speed. There's no reason to block traffic. But it's considered an urban ultra. So it's completely different than a typical marathon. In a marathon, you get, police blocking roads, and you get aid stations every mile. This is the ultra feel. Aid stations are generally every 5 to 6 miles. They're really big, just like your normal like mountain trail aid station, but they're a lot more spaced out. And with the urban trail, you have to do a bit of your own navigation. I put stickers like tape on the ground. I provide a GPX file, maps, whatever else somebody needs. But there's not volunteers at every corner telling you to turn. You
Those
have to pay
GPX
attention
files
and
are a game
navigate.
changer.
Oh yeah.
When did they
are.
start doing that? Like just in the last couple of years, hadn't they?
Yeah, I don't know how long I've been following them on my watch. Maybe 5 or 6
Do you
years.
have it on your watch? I couldn't
I
figure out how to put the damn thing on
always
my.
keep them on my
Did
watch.
you have yours on your watch?
Oh,
I had it on my
Summit I have.
phone.
I would
And I
have
had
gotten
it on my
lost.
watch. I couldn't figure out how in the hell to use it. So I was like,
Oh,
whatever.
That was a game changer at Summit. Like to see it.
Yeah.
Have it right there. Yeah, that is the first race I've actually at Live Oak I had to use my watch too, but for Summit that's like the first real race where like I had to look at it on my watch.
Yeah.
Like there was no other option.
So you'll have that for.
Yes, I
the
provide.
Live Oak.
Yeah, I provide the course and GPX file, and I make sure everyone has it on there. And surprisingly, nobody really ever gets lost. There's still a lot of turns, and I'm always kind of paranoid about that. But people are kind of the people, the clientele that come out are established trail or ultra runners.
Yeah.
And that's the crowd I'm targeting. I'm not targeting. I mean, if you're a marathon road runner, that's fine.
Yeah.
But you just have to understand it's a different format.
I will tell you, the first Urban Ultra we had, Fonder and Urban Ultra, the first year that Mutts had it, we had a guy show up race day, signed up, and gun went off and he left. He never came back.
He didn't come back.
We joke about it, like to this day, like Terry Williamson, who was doing, at that time, we didn't have timing. We just did the iPad with ultra sign up. So every time they would come in, and we joke about it. We're like, he's still out there somewhere, just running around pondering.
Man, catch some
So,
loops with them.
yes. So you got that, but you've also mentioned you've got some other races that you kind of got planned. Or...
Yeah, I've got a new one. The registration is open. Live Oak registration is open. I haven't promoted it and announced it. It opened quietly, but I have a new.
We have a link on the. Do we have a link for it?
Yeah, on the description.
In the description, we did put a link to Ultra Sign Up for it.
Yeah, it is open, and there'll be more information and promotions coming. That's my flagship race. I put all the money into it. I don't make any money. I have great awards, a lot of food at the end, beer, whatever else.
And that's in January.
Yes, that's January 30th. I think it's the last Saturday in January.
Okay.
Every year. And then I have a new one. I've been wanting to do a last person standing around this area, Mississippi, Louisiana, and I've always had a trouble. It's difficult to get park permitting with an overnight race outside of what's the national forest. But I finally locked in, and the city of Petal has a nice mountain bike trails and running trails there. And so Tuesday, it's going to go before the Board of Aldermen for the final permitting. And I've got a blessing from the mayor, city hall, like everyone's welcoming. They like the idea. They do host, I'll give them a shout out. The city hosts an ultra there. They do Run the River relay. It's a relay, or you can do it solo. It's a 6-hour event. I don't know if it's 6 or 12. I think it's just 6. And I've done that race, and it's a great event, and it's put on by the city.
That's the mountain bike trail. There's a mountain bike organization that's over there.
South Mississippi Trail Association.
That's right.
I think.
Zach McCraney. He's been on the show twice, actually.
Yeah, and I've talked to him.
Yeah, cool guy.
And tomorrow I've been out there. I've been on the course. I know the trails, but I'm gonna go back out there tomorrow just to explore more of the race. But it is back to it. It's so finally I found a park that's welcoming to host this race and allow me to do it a 2-day span. Because the last person standing is almost indefinitely. I will cap it at 36, and I'm going to talk to some of the lead runners, and I'll have plans like what happens if we're going to get to that 36.
Is it going to be a 4-point whatever?
Yes, I'm going to make it a 4.167.
Is that the standard for these things?
Yeah, the traditional, and I'd like to keep it traditional 4.1-ish miles every hour, and it's going to be the traditional rules. So for people that aren't familiar with last person standing.
Yeah. Tell Daniel. Daniel's going to sign up.
You'll do approximately a 4.1 mile loop every hour. And you really only need, you can walk it. The minimum time is about like a 14:30 pace to complete that within the 1 hour. But most people run it, jog it, and it's up to you to decide. You can run it fast and get a 20-minute break. You can walk it and get a 5-minute break. But every hour on the hour, you have to be in the corral to start a new loop. And it's very precise. And the reason for the odd amount, 1.167, is at the end of 24 hours, you equal 100 miles.
Oh, is that why they do that?
Yeah.
Is that the way that?
That's why it's an odd number.
Is that the way that what's his name? Lazarus does.
Yeah, with the Biggs Backyard Ultra.
Yeah, and he was the original.
Right.
Is that the closest one to here that does that?
No, there's a bunch now.
Are there?
Now there's a new one, like the Mamba Trail Runners event. They'll have one in next. No, I think they have one in November.
Up in
That's in
Memphis?
Memphis.
Oh, okay.
They're doing one, and a lot of these are done on private property,
Yeah.
just so you can run them indefinitely.
Yeah.
But so I mean,
How do you
I'm
like those apples? Is that up your alley?
I don't know, maybe. Maybe. I mean, I did something similar in June with Revolution Running, where I did the 1 mile at a time, where it was just a mile, though it wasn't 4, but you had 15 minutes to run a mile, and then you had to start back and get in the corral.
Yeah.
You dip your toes into it, kind of.
Sure.
Last man standing. That was fun to do
Yeah.
the mile, but I don't know, maybe.
So I'm calling this Last Wolf Howling,
Yeah.
and it's November 21st in Petal, Mississippi.
Oh shit, that's before the other one.
No, the other one's November 7th or whatever.
No, before Live
It's
Oak.
before Live Oak.
Oh yeah, before Live Oak.
Oh
yeah.
hell, yeah.
So this one's coming
Wait,
up
when is it? November what?
21st.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say the same week as Pinhoti.
No.
That'd be fun.
And I'm giving, obviously, the last person to stay. You don't normally get buckles at these.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Maybe race directors just don't want to pay the money. But the champion is going to get a really nice Sheridan buckle. And then anybody that attains 100 miles, I have to just guess. I'm going to try to order enough of them ahead of time. But anybody that makes a 100-mile benchmark will also get a 100-mile buckle.
Okay.
And most people, they come out. They might do a 50K. You can do a 50K stop, 100K stop. You can do whatever distance you
Sure.
want. It's a fixed time. You can do one loop and stop if you only want to do 4 miles. And you get an official finish time. There's no DNFs.
Yeah.
Even though there is really only like one true winner.
Yeah.
But anybody that makes the 100-mile distance will get a buckle.
Well, man, thank you for putting on these races. I mean, hats off to anybody that's willing to do that. I mean, because it's got to be a labor of love, and it's a lot of times people want to gripe about this race should have had this, and they don't realize like all the work that you guys put into it. I mean, it's not easy.
The permitting and the permissions is what I hate. I'm not good at that. I'm not good at reaching out. Now, actually, like race day, I love it.
Yeah.
Like I don't get stressed out.
Oh no,
about
I
that.
don't. I'm about ready to kill somebody.
Yeah.
Bethany, I did one race. The
One
very
race?
first finder.
Right, and you've only done one.
That was it.
That was
They
it.
kicked me out of there. They were like, I was like, Helen, you want to do this? She's like, sure. Like, thank you. So
I do have a lot of ideas. I'd like to put on a 50-miler, Central to North Mississippi. I've got things I want to do, and I won't talk too much about them because who knows what'll come to fruition.
Yeah.
I've got ideas, and they kind of ruminate around for a year or two. But I think this year I really need to get on it and scout some trails and just.
do you
get
have a
these things
Facebook or
launched.
a website?
I do have the Rougarou running. If you can search for Rougarou. I think Rougarou running
My
has a
Cajun's
Facebook
terrible.
page.
What does that mean?
A Rougarou is the cryptid swamp animal. It's called Rougarou. It's the werewolf, the South Louisiana
Okay.
werewolf.
That's cool.
So I used Rougarou as a screen name or Strava name for a long time, and then so I
I didn't
just
know that.
adopted it as the business, the race name.
So that's your race promotion, but then also your coaching too.
Yes.
And we could
Yeah.
talk a little
And
bit
it is
about.
actually official. I'm an LLC, Rougarou Running State LLC.
You got product in there. Well, I want to talk about the product.
Oh yeah.
Some of the
I
product.
didn't bring in my shirt, but yeah, I make team shirts. If you sign up for coaching, so I do athlete coaching, ultra running coaching, whatever you're doing, even 5K. I've got 5K runners. I've got a high rocks
Do you really?
runner. Yeah. I don't coach her on high rocks, but I
Yeah.
coach her on the running adapted
Got it.
side of it.
Got it.
But I've got everyone that does pretty much everything, whether they're road runners or trail runners. But athletes get Rougarou Running branded team shirts to wear at races, and
That's awesome.
they're really good looking.
Well, you definitely Bethany's making you look pretty good.
Yep.
We'll
Every
give
one
him
of my
all the
athletes.
credit.
Yeah,
It's all because of him. You'd be terrible if it wasn't for him.
That's right. Couch
Also-
to 200.
That's right. Couch 200 because of Jackson. Also, too, Bennett. You're coaching Bennett too.
Yes, Bennett Crow.
I'm
Yep.
sorry, it might be anonymous, but I just
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't think so. I don't think it's confidential. But
Okay, well,
you mentioned it.
called him
first.
out. He's a fan of the show too.
Yeah, I've got several, and then a younger runner, Ethan Lott. I
Yeah.
coach him as well.
Now
so-
is Jeff Browning still coaching you?
no,
No. Okay.
no, that's,
You still got a coach?
I don't. No,
Okay. All right.
I don't follow. I need to. I always say I need to put my plans on my calendar because all the athletes I coach improve so much. They get faster than me.
Yeah.
I'm like, if I just did my own, I do it out of my head. When I go out for a run, I kind of know what I want to
Yeah.
do that day, and I just do it in my head. But I really need to put it into a plan and into a calendar. But it's when you talk to other coaches, coaches almost never do their own plans. It's in a sense, it's hard for us to follow our own stuff. It's just I'm not disciplined enough to do exactly that plan that day. I just make up things out of my head. And that's what I
Sure.
do. So.
Do you have any big races planned?
No, Mississippi is my peak, my A race of the year, and then
You're doing that too, right? That's in the.
That's in March.
March.
6th.
Are you
I
coming
believe.
back? Maybe.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I
To
am.
do the
we are
100?
signed up for another 200 mile.
Yeah.
We signed up for
Oh.
Appalachian
Yeah,
200.
we
Well,
are.
you weren't going to tell us about that,
Well,
were
I
you?
was. I was just waiting.
What are we signed up for?
Appalachian 200.
Ah.
And
that-
that's like 4 days after Mississippi.
Well, damn.
It starts on like the
It's
Wednesday,
a couple
that
of
13th.
days. Mississippi's on Friday, and then Appalachian 200
Is
on
that
Wednesday.
the same week as the Southern States?
It like Southern States and Viper 200. They're all that
What's
same
up with
week.
that?
Maybe it's like everyone's like, this is the best week because of
Hello,
weather, but,
check a calendar, ladies and gentlemen.
Like every 200 on this side of the country is all in the same week. It seems like, but yep. But
Well, that's a shame.
Yeah,
well,
that's
that
okay.
should be maybe not
excited.
fun.
oh, I'm so excited! Like I mean, they've been working on that
I got
race
news for
a
you.
while.
It's not going to be as pretty as what you just did.
It won't be as hard either,
I
though.
predict it's
I
like
don't know,
I
will
think
it?
it's like
I
a
bet you the
double. It's a
footing's
double
gonna-
pin hoodie. I feel
Ugh.
basically.
Ugh. Southern, it's like they talk about Southern states, and I love Todd and David
Mhm.
Tosh. They're great people. But
You know, like that course.
no, I've done Pinhoti before, and I don't know. I mean,
I'll tell you how I feel after.
oh, you'll have a
November.
good time.
I
It's
think
going to be
I will.
nice. I
think
mean,
will
you know,
love
it's-
Pinhoti.
yeah, it's got a good mixture, but yeah, I don't know if I can handle 3 or 4 days of it, if not more for me. But well, that's cool. Y'all are signing up for that, and the MS 100. So
Yeah,
very
that's
cool.
always my priority. I'll give that. I will at least attempt to do it every year. I mean, I didn't finish last year, but
Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. Well, we've been here almost an hour. Very cool.
Sure.
Well, y'all have definitely inspired everybody. I mean, I think it's awesome. Everybody just has been following y'all, and I think it's really neat to watch the progression. I mean, Jackson started running Mutts races when we first started, and I think you ran your first ultra. Was Fondren, was Fondren your first ultra or one of them?
I believe my first. It's a mixture. I might have done Oak Mountain 50K.
Yeah.
Which David Tosh did, and it kind of morphed into the Blood Rock 50K. And then I did a 50K in, it's not very well known. It's generally a relay race in Fort Walton Beach. They do it on New Year's Day, and I think they actually still have it, but you can do it as a solo runner. And it was kind of strange at the time. It was 36 miles. You only had about 5 or 6 people
Yeah.
doing it. And I think those were, I can't remember which one was first, but yeah. And I can't remember what year that was, 2013, 14. So
Well, to
maybe-
watch you just totally drink the Kool-Aid has been awesome.
Right.
Just watching you take off the way you have, and then seeing you, you know.
Yeah, Big Butts was my first 50K in July 2018.
Oh my!
Yeah, like ran it with like a water bottle tucked in, like not even like a flask, like a true water
Were you
bottle
like
tucked in my
and like
sports
an orange
bra.
mug?
Yeah, like
No,
a,
you weren't wearing an orange mug. You were just had it tucked
I
in.
just tucked it into
Yeah.
my sports bra strap, thinking I could come
Uh-huh.
up to Mississippi and run a 50K.
Yeah.
Oh no, I mean,
Where were you this year? Oh, you were out in.
well, we weren't there yet. We were just trying to behave. We couldn't make it. Like
Oh, it's awful.
I heard about the heat. I'm sure it was.
It was pretty. Woo. Yeah. Ask
Yeah.
PK about that. Yeah, it's pretty hot out there. Yeah, very cool. Well,
Yeah, I think Fondren Urban Ultra. I did the original Big Butts when it was hosted by John Brower.
Yeah.
Hosted it back in the good old days, and then I did the second year of Fondren Urban Ultra. So that was
yes, the first year that Brower and Terry Sullivan did Fondren Urban Ultra, it was a 4-mile, and you crossed over Old Kent and went down into Woodland Hills. It was a totally different route. Had more hills, but it was 4 miles. And then when we took it over, Mutts took it over, for traffic control, we kept it all on the same, in that one block, basically, where we weren't crossing over major roads. So, and then they cut it down to a 5K, and they registered the course where you could have records.
yeah. I think I did a 3 mile, and then I did 60 miles. Which me and one of the local female runners, we both did 60.
Yeah, it was Nailish.
That's right.
Yeah, I remember that. So very cool. People are still talking about 83 miles. Just wild.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Very
I'm
cool.
gonna
Very
come
cool.
back and do more.
Very cool. Well, we'll start wrapping it up. Good luck tomorrow. Y'all have fun. Well, it's not a race, but y'all have a good time tomorrow.
Are you coming out there? Are you gonna do a
No,
marathon
I'm
training?
running on the road with Bob Weinman tomorrow.
Oh, well, you'll have fun.
Yeah, Bob's
Bob's a good guy.
doing. Do you know Bob?
I do know Bob.
I'm crewing Bob for the Cowboy 200.
Okay, that's Summit's other race, like Summit 200.
The race director
There's-
said it's part of that series.
Well, that's a polar opposite. You know
Yeah,
what the
right.
vert gain on this thing is?
like 100 feet, probably.
1,600 feet.
Oh.
For 200, that's like, Bethany, that's like running around a track. You could probably get as much just running around the damn high school track up here.
And that gain's not even hills. It's just the difference because it's a point-to-point east-west. You're just moving just because you're going west
I have
across
no
the
idea
country.
where we're
That's
going.
the only reason.
I'm flying into Omaha, and they're going to kidnap me. I don't know where I'm going. So me and Josh is going.
Oh my!
We're just going to be out in the middle of nowhere in Nebraska, and Bob's shooting for a.
I'm on the line considering the 100-mile.
Oh, for that race. Y'all should come. It'd
Just
be fun.
whether- just
so I
whether
know
I-
somebody.
Because I'll be in Colorado.
Brooke and
it'd just
Bridget
a
will be
one-day
there. It's
drive.
gonna, but yeah, Bob's shooting for 50 hours, so he's got a whatever.
Yeah, he can
sub
do that.
15-minute mile. So
I
he's,
can do that.
but he's doing all this training on the road. So I'm gonna go run with him tomorrow. Well, we wrap up the show with a couple things with recommends.
Okay.
What recommends? You had a bunch of really good recommends.
Okay. Book recommends. So I love the book Grit. That has been a great book. I read a little bit of it before Summit. Just kind of talks about grit and perseverance and about where you're like, it's not just passion really, it's more perseverance with whatever you want to choose to do, not just running. And I like that it's not just about running. It kind of spans any pursuit that you may have. Other one for like sci-fi people, Dungeon Crawlers, book 8, Parade of Horribles, came out in May. I couldn't put it down. I finished it in like a day and a half. It was fantastic. Just completely crazy, out of there, outlandish, like just, I don't know what Matt Denneman is going to write next, and I love that book. So that's just a fun book. So those are my 2 recommends.
Very cool. How about you, Jackson? You got anything?
I had a book recommendation, but then I couldn't remember the exact author of it. But I have several books by Steve Magnus, kind of a running master, coach master. And he's more of a track kind of speed runner thing. He's not really in the ultra trail world, but I use him for a lot of the research information. But he's got some great books, and they touch a little bit on psychology. For race recommendation, I was going to recommend the Cowboy 200, Cowboy 100, since that's coming up.
I didn't even know there
next.
was 100. I didn't know there was a 100. There was a wait list for that 200. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, they're both trimmed down now. I don't think there's anybody. They're still kind of sold out, but there's not anybody on the wait
so
list
you mean
now.
to tell us that Bethany could get in the 200?
Yes, yeah.
I mean,
Absolutely could.
you got the base.
Straight. Well, look, and I will say
Hey,
this.
it's flat as hell.
Well,
But
I
she's
mean,
got Virginia
And you
100.
got to beat
That's gonna
Bob. I
be
think
the
Bob's
fastest.
trying to win it. If you show up, Bob's going to be like, shit.
I don't know. About
Shit.
Look, he will be happy with the aid stations because I will give Chase and Casey a huge shout out and all the volunteers at Summit. Their aid stations, everything they said they were going to have, they had. They had hot food no matter where you were coming in at. They were stocked. They were nice. They were wonderful. So aid stations will be like great. Like you will be so happy every time you come into an aid
Very
station.
cool.
So,
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah, I can definitely recommend any of the races. That
Yeah.
it's
I had
called
no idea.
It's called Ultraverse Supplements is
Okay.
the parent name of all of the different races. But Summit 200 is their big mountain 200. They have something called the Pilgrimage, which is a kind of a 6-day event.
Yeah.
I was signed up for that and
That's
planning
right.
to do that, but
During
when I
Cocodona. Wasn't it around that same
yeah,
time?
it was the same weekend
Yeah,
as
that's right.
Cocodona.
Okay.
But when I injured my knee at Mississippi, I was worried about that. I was
Yeah.
just busy with other things. It was kind of stressful.
Pilgrimage.
So I decided not to travel out there for that yet. And that's in May. And then, so like I said, my recommendation will be the Cowboy 100 and 200. Be a great entry, rails to trails, 200
Yeah.
miler. And it's not, you think, I thought it would be incredibly boring. I've done 100K of it before and I DNF'd, but I wasn't bored at any point. There's enough, you think out in the middle of Kansas, there's nothing to look at, but there's various silos and barns and fields and things change. So it's interesting enough.
My coach just crewed and paced somebody at the Wyoming 100. And
That's a popular one. Yeah.
They said,
I bet
she
that
said
was-
it was really, she's like, Matt, you need to go check that out. Really cool. Very low key.
That's
very
so
low
we
key.
can go check out.
What, Wyoming?
Let's go
It's
check
gotta
out
be-
Wyoming.
It's better than Nebraska, I tell you.
Let's go
I'm
check
giving
out
Bob-
Wyoming.
I'm
by
giving Bob
100.
such a hard time about Nebraska, but I'm really looking forward
Oh,
to
and
it.
I got to recommend Copper Kings 100. Absolutely well run. Beautiful course.
Yeah, the first 24 miles were great. And then I quit.
Well, did you have foot issues?
No, actually, I had
Okay.
glute issues. Like
Oh,
the
okay.
first 12 miles, I flew. I was hauling ass because it's all on the road. And then you get to the trail, and it's a pretty decent little climb. I think we climbed about 3,000 feet for the next 12 miles, and my glute was just seizing up. And then when we finally got to the top, I couldn't run. And I had all the time in the world, but I was like, I'm not fucking walking 75 miles. Finally, I was like, I'm not doing this. And so I just quit. Brooke was pissed. But I stayed to crew Bridget.
Oh, okay.
So, but it was fun. I love Montana. A lot of fun.
Oh,
I
really?
don't know about Butte. I'm not buying any property in Butte
No.
anytime soon, but Montana's great. My recommend is Jackson, you'll probably like this. My tattoo guy is in Ocean Springs. And so Brooke and I went down there this past week, stayed the night, and we went and ate at White Pillars. Are you familiar with that?
I am. Well, that's in
Daniel,
Biloxi.
have you heard of this place? I got a little bit of goosebumps. I'm going to tell you right now, it's the best restaurant in Mississippi.
Well, that's in Biloxi, I think, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
It is in Biloxi. Well, we stayed right there.
Okay,
But
right.
I was down there to go to Ocean Springs. But we stayed in Biloxi. But White Pillars is the best restaurant in Mississippi. It's not even a question. So it's got the guy's a James Beard Award winner, and it does have a Michelin star. It's a farm to table restaurant. It was unbelievable.
What did you get? What did you eat?
So it's one of these restaurants, farm to table. You have to order everything at once.
Mhm.
So they have small plates, they have shareables, and they have entrees. So we got 2 small plates, we got a shareable, and we got an entree, and we ordered it. But we got an heirloom tomato salad.
Okay.
Doesn't sound. It was incredible. It was truly just like
They
it was,
made a tomato salad.
it
Amazing.
was incredible. But even like the bread is made in house.
Okay.
The butter, they used pork tallow that was flavored. They had like 3
Oh.
different pork tallow balls instead of butter that you would spread. Everything was made in house.
Okay.
It was unbelievable. It was like one of those kind of dinners you're like, damn.
You're
You
going to
know,
talk about it for a while now.
it was
yeah?
really, really
White
good. I was
Pillars, okay.
surprised, but it was probably the best meal I've had in years. But it wasn't incredibly expensive. But it's a farm to table and Michelin restaurant. So
Okay.
if anybody's going down to Biloxi, go eat at White Pillars.
But did
So,
you guys get new ink? Is that why you?
I did.
What did you get
I've got a problem. He's working on a dragon.
Ooh.
It's a yeah. I'll tell
like
you about
it.
it
Okay.
later.
All right,
yeah,
I want
it's
to hear
a-
about this dragon.
Yeah, it's a Taylor Swift reference. Daniel, stop it. It is. I know.
Daniel knew exactly what you were talking
Yeah,
about.
he knows what I'm talking about.
He knows about
Yeah, I've got a
Tay-Tay.
problem. I'm
Right.
getting way too many tattoos. I got too much time, and I guess now that I'm almost an empty nester, I make
Yours.
too much money. I'm just blowing it. So anyway, well, y'all have a good time.
Well, thanks for having us on and
Yeah,
letting us talk about it.
Thank you so
Race
much for
recap.
coming in. We're looking forward to your races.
Yep, thank you.
You can go on the show notes, and we have the link for the Ultra sign up for the Live Oaks. Also, go check out Rougarou. You've got Song of the Week, and you came up with that just like that.
I love it as a pre-race like fire up song. Or
Uh-huh.
whatever.
Which I like me some Kenny Loggins.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
That's right. Taylor Swift, I'm a fan, but also I have a man crush on Bryan Adams.
I've
I
DNF'd.
love me some Bryan Adams.
I've
but anyway.
DNF'd a race just because they played Taylor Swift.
Really?
It got stuck
You
in
don't
my
like
head.
her at
I hate
all,
it.
huh?
It gets stuck in my head, and I have to have songs to wash it out.
Stop
I
it.
cannot get rid of that.
Stop it.
The Shake It
Matt's
Off
done
song,
with you
I
now.
hate it.
You got
I
to
hate
work
that
on
song.
them. So, all right. So your song of the week is what? Danger Zone by Kenny Loggins?
Yeah.
Top Gun? Yeah, whatever. It's not bad. Okay. Taylor Swift would have been better, but whatever.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Well, I'll be back episode 35. No idea when, but we'll get some folks. I'm trying to get Greg Earhart in here if he'll ever return a text. Greg, if you're watching this, why don't you call me and we'll get you on the show? He's an older, Greg?
Yeah, I know Greg. Yep.
He turned 70
He's
and he ran the
amazing.
Sedona 125 on his 70th birthday, but I don't think he understands technology.
Oh.
Because I'll text, he sent me his number and I'll text him, he doesn't respond. So anyway, Greg, reach out to me, we'll get you on the show. But yeah, we got some other shows lined up too. But y'all, seriously, enjoy it. We're going to follow the journey, both of y'all. Good luck next year or so, and we'll see y'all around, okay?
All right. Thanks, Matt.
Thanks, guys.